It's time once again to talk about things that should probably be private. My name is Tom Hollingsworth, and I am a part of the Gestalt IT community and the event lead for Security Field Day, which is one of our very exciting events that we will bring to you March 23rd through the 25th, 2022. We're very excited to be bringing you another edition of this flagship security conference because it gives us the capability to learn more about the threats and responses that enterprise IT practitioners should be concerning themselves with. Now, it's no secret that over the course of the last couple of years, as the pandemic has wrought itself on all of us, that the attacks and the sophistication of the people that are pulling them off has slowly but steadily increased. And there's been a lot of new terminology that's come out that has kind of discussed the way that these things happen. There's been a lot of people who have been trying to tell you that the real secret is to use their product. And is that the case? Is that the truth? Who knows? Well, the people that we've invited to the event know. We have a great lineup of presenters that you're definitely not going to want to miss out on because each of them brings an interesting perspective to the table. And our delegates who will be around the table speaking to them are exciting and wonderful, and the kinds of people who can look right through the marketing message to tell you if this is something that you should be concerned about. Our first presentation on Wednesday the 23rd is from Microsoft Security. That's right, Microsoft Security's first presentation at our Security Field Day event will be the very first one up on the list. They're going to be talking to us about a variety of topics that relate to things like Active Directory security and XDR, which are hot topics if you're someone who is building an infrastructure in the cloud or trying to secure endpoints, whether they be devices or infrastructure. So you're going to want to tune in and you're going to want to listen to all of the cool things that they have to say. Up next is Keeper Security. They are a company who has kind of cut their teeth in the consumer space, working on things like password management and identity, but now they're branching out and they're introducing a whole bunch of exciting new technologies like VPN or the ability to do things without the need of VPN. So we're going to be getting a presentation from their team to talk about some of the advances that they've been making. And then rounding out the day on Wednesday, we're going to be hearing from our friends at Arista. Now, you may think of Arista as a networking company. Oh yeah, well, they build switches. No, they do a lot more than that now. They do a lot of things in the security space because they've acquired some companies over the years that have a security component. And we're going to be hearing from them. And we're very excited to kind of see how they branch between those two spaces to help you understand why networking and security are intrinsically linked in ways that you might not understand. Thursday, we're going to be hearing from our friends at ZPE Systems. You've probably seen them present a couple of times at the previous events like Networking Field Day. They are kind of focused on the edge of your enterprise, maybe in the remote office, branch office type areas. And they have a secure device that allows you to not only keep your networking traffic safe and sound, but also to provide a way for you to do secure other things in that branch office, like an endpoint that you control and have the capabilities of taking care of. Then we're going to hear from our friends at Juniper Networks. Now, Juniper is no stranger to Security Field Day. They have taken part in a number of them over the years, along with all of the other events that they take part in, like Networking Field Day and Mobility Field Day. And Kate Adam and her crew are definitely going to be bringing you some very exciting technologies that you're going to want to check out. Closing out the day is our friends at Racktop Systems. Now, you may think to yourself, Racktop, they presented recently. Yes, they did. They presented at Storage Field Day. But they're also a security company. They have a lot of exciting things that kind of cross across both spaces, like we mentioned before. And I personally can't wait to see the take that our Security Field Day delegates have on their technology and how it compares and contrasts with the people from Storage Field Day. Friday is another exciting day where we'll be hearing from Progress. Now, you may think to yourself, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Progress. You may not be familiar with the company themselves, but you may be familiar with a number of companies that they own. And the two that are going to be presenting here are Kemp Technologies and one of their recent acquisitions, Flowmon. Now, Kemp and Flowmon have presented at Networking Field Day in the past before they were acquired by Progress, but now that they are under the Progress umbrella, we're going to get to hear not only about their exciting technology, especially in the realm of security, but how it integrates up and down the stack with all of the other products that they bring to the table. And lastly, we're going to hear from our friends at Rubrik. No, do not adjust your dials. Rubrik is a data protection company. They're not just backup and recovery. With the recent spate of ransomware that has been attacking everyone all over the world, you may ask yourself, how can I protect my data from being violated by these bad actors? I think the team from Rubrik has some solutions for you that you're definitely going to want to hear about. We have a jam-packed lineup of presenters, each of them bringing you a different aspect of security, from cloud to endpoint to data protection and beyond. And that's one of the wonderful things about security, is the breadth of the people who take part in the space, which leads me to talk about our delegates. We have a wonderful lineup of delegates. Some of the familiar faces that you've probably seen at Security Field Day events in the past include folks like Dominic Pickard, JJ Manila, Zoe Rose. We also have some new faces to Security Field Day, like Gerard Cavalinas and Chris Hayner. And we're super excited to have them on board to kind of give their perspective and talk a little bit about what they've been working on and what's important to them. Also new is Steve Paluca. He's someone who came to us through the community. And that's one of the ways that the delegates are constantly being found and being added to our lineup, is through community suggestions and through our forum on techfieldday.com. So if you have an interest in being a delegate, if you would like to take part in these conversations, go to techfieldday.com and make sure you fill out the delegate submission form and put your information in there, and we'll see which event you would be a great fit for. If you would like to participate in this conversation, maybe not as a delegate, but someone at home, you can always tune into our website, techfieldday.com, where we'll have live streaming video Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can also check us out on LinkedIn. We have a great following on LinkedIn, and you can watch the video there as well. You can also participate on Twitter if you would like to add your voice to the conversation. The hashtag for this event is XFD7, because security is the department of big red X's, so we figured we'd put an X in the hashtag too. We can't wait to hear what you have to say. We can't wait to see the great questions that you're going to bring up and hear the delegates in the room ask them. And we are excited to hear more about some things that we don't talk about a lot, security. So we hope that you tune in, and we hope that we're able to have a great event with each and every one of you watching at home.